Okay, so I was getting locked up this morning. There was this energy since yesterday, and we all joined this morning. We were looking at it, and we were trying not to put any stories on it, because so many of us were feeling the one feeling. And then usually getting into function and sharing and shining, which is my function right now, that works, but it's not working. It wasn't working today. I was like, well, did I miss a prompt? Is there something? And I sat and I had to actually allow all the grief that was the emotion that I was starting to feel just to wash through, even if I had some thought that it was associated with other characters, not this character, other stories, not my story. It hardly makes a difference. I'm the savior of the world. I'd really like to address this and take complete responsibility for it. How can I do that? How can I do that? Really, very practically. And there's this element I'm experiencing right now that there's still this sense of a little creature. There's still a sense of a little creature, and there's the potential that creature feels sacrificed or not, taken care of or not. But I'm a firm believer now that there's no sacrifice, even while there's an experience of that little creature self still. There's to be no sacrifice, or this is not the love of which we're learning. And so I went deeper into that, and I said, well, then show me what the way is. And I realized I just had a need to go and express love in a very particular way, in a very particular moment, and that in some way I was holding back because I thought it meant something. I think I thought it was for someone. And the thing is, it's not. It's just for me. So if I hold back, I miss out. And it was literally the experience I was having. I was of terrible grief. Like something was coming towards me, and then it just suddenly had died on the spot, and like it had disappeared. It's as if you've heard a gift is coming in the mail to you, and then nothing comes. And you would have been okay if you'd never heard there was a gift coming to you in the mail, but you heard it was coming. You felt it coming. You could feel the buildup of it coming. You could feel the warmth of it. You could feel the love, the intention behind it, and then nothing. And so I had built up, and then there was this grief. There was a loss of something that seemed to never come, that not had been promised, but was happening. And then the thing was, if it was happening, then it just needed to be brought to fruition, and that can only be through myself and my own experience. So I said, well, what is it? And I was literally, all I was to do was to walk in and tell one of my brothers and sisters here that I loved them. I was to share it exactly as I felt it and not hold back in any shape or form. But there was absolutely no need in it. There was no grabbing, getting. And I had such judgment with the thought that there might be under that I'd held back on the prompt. I was so fearful of mixed motivations, or my ideas of the past, or thinking I know something, or thinking I know someone, including this self, that I held back on an instruction to be Christ and extend love to myself. There wasn't another that this was being extended to. It was about being truly free in the mind and walking straight in a door and just sitting down and sharing this. Now we share vocally about love all the time here. So it's remarkable that I would have held back at all. So it's really the fact that I actually used the judgment to stop myself. I thought I would be discerning. And so it's just another deeper level of really just following through and really trusting that I'm under Christ's control, that I have given over and surrendered so much, and that I'm so willing that if it is, at this point for me, it is better to be wrong in the face of the action of what felt like the prompt than to have held back and be wrong in the holding back. It would be much better to have discovered I had mixed motivations following through on something than not following through on something. And I'm sure that will become obvious if it's needed. But I just wanted to share my joy because I'm in this sharing and shining function. And allegedly head of PR, which David has said just means peace reigns. And I have nothing to extend if in every moment I have not received the message for myself. And the message is, I am included. This is just for me. And only love is real. And anytime I send out a post or make a JPEG or answer a phone, this is what it's for. And it's just for me.